Welcome. I am Todd Raffel with ERE Media. ERE.net is our domain name. If you're looking for us online and this video was embedded somewhere else, we are at ERE.net. And I'm here with Rick Jordan from Zappos. You may have very well heard of Zappos because of maybe the CEO, Tony Hsieh. Maybe you've been reading about the holacracy program and the flat structure at Zappos. Or maybe you read in ERE a very much talked about article about a year and a half ago, I think it was May 2014, by then recruiting head Michael Balin. Again, this is now recruiting head Rick Jordan. Michael Balin, about how Zappos was getting rid of job postings, getting rid of them to instead do this like insider program where you are a Zappos insider instead of just having lists of jobs. So question is, whatever happened to that? And so Rick, well, whatever happened to that?
Yeah. Hi, Todd. Thanks for having me. It was a bold move back in 2014. The team then was looking in 2013 at just some struggles. There were a lot of applicants. There were a lot of no thank you letters. It just wasn't a great wow experience, the same kind of experience we wanted to provide to our customers. So the thought was get rid of the postings, create a community of folks, we called them the Zappos Insiders, who were interested in Zappos to either work there now, tomorrow, or someday in the future. And the idea was that the recruiters would really just source through that pool of very warm candidates. And so that was a bold move, right? Taking all of those job postings down and just relying on people that have put their name in the hat, in addition to, of course, sourcing. And, as we look now in moving into 2016, we've brought those postings back. And that's one really cool thing about Zappos is you can take those big risks, but it didn't really work out the way we wanted it to be. So we're learning and growing and adapting and just kind of taking pieces of it as we move forward now.
Speaking of pieces, when I go to the career site, I see the insider program. You can become an insider or you can search for a job. Is that just a remnant of what used to be, or is that actually you're going to stick with both things, the insider choice or go find a job choice?
Yeah, I think every company needs a really great pipeline of candidates, right? So that's the insider program. But what we've done is we've kept the program very much intact. So we still do things like insider events on campus. We have a bi-weekly tweet chat where you can jump on Twitter and talk to the recruiters or other employees. We do various hiring events across the country, and we still source through that insider network. It's fantastic. But at the same time, I think we all know that studies show that there are people out there looking for jobs. There are people that are subscribed to job alerts. There are people that it's in their first 90 days of a role, and they're already looking for the next position. And we found that not having our jobs out there, not being able to socialize them wasn't helping us. So you'll see two sides now. So you can definitely become a Zappos insider and learn about us and kind of opt into ideas, and we'll still source that community. But we also want to put our jobs out there. So if someone is, having a bad day at work or looking for the next opportunity, they can see what specific openings we do have.
You said a couple interesting things. One is that you source through it. It sounds kind of basic, but actually I think that's a big deal because often I believe when a candidate enters a talent community of some kind or another, no one's really going to notice that I've just entered the, General Motors talent community with 400 million other job applicants. They're never going to find me. But you use it, you're saying.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of silly not to use it. Those folks have said, hey, I'm interested. So that's when we post our requisition and we sit down with the hiring manager and we go over what we're looking for. The same way I would go to LinkedIn to put that search in, that search string. I'll do the same thing in the Insider program to see if there's people who are already here. And then it's a quick email saying, hey, Insider, there's something that matches. Are you still interested? Can we chat about this?
Mm-hmm. You also said something about you want people to actually find actual jobs. And I think that's interesting because oftentimes you see, I love the insider concept and the idea that you're not going to be ready for a job right now and all that kind of stuff. But oftentimes I think the way people are getting jobs is like maybe they go to Facebook and they see like a ZipRecruiter or some other ad pulled into their Facebook feed. And if you're just an insider and you're just chatting about someday working there, you kind of lose that ability to get pushed that ZipRecruiter or whatever it might be. That's just an example thing in your Facebook feed or your email.
Yeah, I think the team, when we sat down and we were looking at where we were going to go for 2016, where we've been, we realized we were losing this idea, or losing the component of socializing the opportunities that are available. And listen, as recruiters, we know we have to go find great talent. It's not always going to come to you. But there are chances where it does come, where good people are looking for jobs. And if you don't have any postings for them to get kind of curious about or excited about or tell a friend about, it limits you a little bit. So I think what we're moving towards this hybrid approach is, I think it's going to set us up for a good 2016.
I think it limits you a lot. I mean, I think the chance, if I go to some company website like Tesla, the chances that there's an exact job that somehow I'm qualified for that describes what I can do and what I have done, and I fit all these qualifications, is probably really remote. But the chance that maybe I could talk to someone at Tesla and they go, wow, Todd, I like you and you have all these skills and we could find a way to use you, that sounds more possible. So I feel like most people must look at job descriptions and go, I don't know, it's not quite me, but I really think I could do a good job here and I think they like me and blah, 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 blah. What do you think?
Yeah. I agree. I think sometimes you might not hit every bucket that the job might be calling for, but you're interested enough to have that conversation. So again, if people don't even have a little bit of something to grab onto, it could be rough. They're like, well, what do you even have to offer? And so I think it's important to have those jobs circulating around. But I also think it's important that we have some unique positions we might be looking for here so that we can go ahead and search profiles and look for experiences and skills that maybe line up with something that's not the typical job someone might be looking for.
Do you think, and last question, do you think that are more people being hired from being an insider or from a job listing, and how will that change in the future?
Yeah, so I brought some numbers just to chat about that. So looking back over the last 12 months, about 17% of our hires have come from the insider program. But 29% of our hires have been employee referrals. So I kind of lumped them together. So it's about half of our hires are coming from those buckets. So the people that are interested in us, they've opted in, or they're from people that work here and they're saying, hey, this guy would be great. I think the insider number is going to continue to grow. But I also think what we're doing with referrals and some other things and how internally is also going to grow. But I think we'll probably still be around that 50-50 mix, or maybe we go 60-40. But I would say that's a safe number to be around right now. As we grow, and the more people that jump into that insider program, the more profiles we have. Of course, that's going to help us out. We've just started to build that database back in 2014, so we're really only a full year into it.
Interesting. Again, Rick Jordan, head of talent acquisition at Zappos. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it, and good luck with everything.
Thanks, Todd. My pleasure.
Thanks.